And we can get going right about now. All right, guys, welcome to the live stream. Going to get started. I don't want to waste people's time. Go ahead and for those watching in the future, if you have any prayer requests, you can leave them in the comments. For those watching live, you can go ahead and put them in the chat. For me, guys, I just ask you continue to pray for my grandma. She's doing much better. Hopefully, she'll be better soon. And then also pray for the live stream I'll be doing. And, no, sorry. Pray for the swim meet. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. Excuse me. Yeah. Pray for the swim meet we have going on Wednesday. No, excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, we're good. Yeah. Swim meet this Wednesday. It's gonna be great. But keep us in your prayers. Pray that we all do well, and whatnot. And let's go ahead and pray. Dear Lord, I thank you for this day, and I thank you for all the people who are watching this. Dear Lord, I pray that everyone will get what they need out of this. Please be with all the prayer requests that people have in their minds. Dear Lord, you know all our thoughts and everything that goes on in our heads, and you know everything in our hearts. I pray for all the prayer requests that are left in the comments. Dear Lord, you know them already, and also people, when they leave them there, God, I pray that you will honor those prayer requests. And yeah. Okay, so it is 1:29. We will be starting in 45 seconds. Hopefully everyone who wants to tune in can, and we can get this thing going. Yeah. All right, 30 seconds, guys, and we can get going. And welcome back to the Bible study, guys. My name is David West, and the current time for me is 1:30. We're going to get started. Today we are talking about... What are we talking about? Yeah, we're talking about giving. Now, giving is a topic that I think churches don't really talk about much. Or in my recollection, I don't remember anyone who... don't remember any sermon preached on giving, especially. But it seems like a simple concept in my mind, anyways. Let's go ahead and look at, on your screen, you'll see Matthew 6. A lot of people think that giving money is simple, but really it's not. It says right here, watch out. Do not let... Watch out. Don't do your good deeds publicly to be admired by others, for you will lose the reward from your Father in heaven. When you give to someone in need, don't do it as the hypocrites do, blowing trumpets in the synagogues and streets to call attention to their acts of charity. I tell you the truth, they have received all the reward they will ever get. But when you give to someone in need, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Give your gifts in private, and your Father who sees everything will reward you. Now, Jesus here isn't exactly saying that you shouldn't tell anyone ever when you give money. But don't, make some big show about it. Just, just do it in private, because there's really no reason for us to call attention to it, in all honesty. I mean, think about it. When celebrities give, massive amounts of money, okay, let's be honest here, they have a lot of money already. Someone in the news who's giving a lot of money recently is Mr. Zuckerberg, founder of Facebook. Yes, he's giving a lot of money, but it's not like it's going to leave him broke or anything. He's giving out of his plentifulness. But I think when most celebrities, now not all, but most celebrities, when they give, they do it because they want attention. I mean, let's be honest, they have a lot of money, okay? So it's not a very big sacrifice to them to give, say, $100,000 to charity, whereas someone like me, to give $100,000 to charity, it would be quite a big deal. I mean, I don't have $100,000, so you would probably want to think, where's he getting this $100,000 from? Did he steal it? Probably. Okay. When we give money, the part in the verse where it says, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, it's not talking about your hands physically because they don't have brains to know to think. It's you need to do it to where no one sees you giving the money. I mean, when the collection plate passed around at church, you can't really avoid that, but don't make a big show of it and say have a handful of coins and just drop them and make a bunch of noise. That just brings attention to yourself, and that's not where the focus should be, but I'm getting ahead of myself. You see, giving isn't the only thing that God says we should do in private. Let's look on here at verse 5. It says, when you pray, don't be like the hypocrites who love to pray publicly on street corners and in the synagogues where everyone can see them. I tell you the truth, that is all the reward they will ever get. But when you pray, go away by yourself, shut the door behind you, and pray to your Father in private. Then your Father who sees everything will reward you. When you're talking to someone on the phone, would it be proper for you to have it on speakerphone in the middle of class, in the middle of a math test? We'll say math test. Would it be proper to have that on speakerphone in the middle of a math test? Not really. It destroys the intimacy of the conversation. When we talk to God, we should be doing it for God. We shouldn't be doing it to bring glory to ourselves. When we pray, the glory should be going straight to God. When we give, the glory should be going straight to God. But after all this, you think, well, this is God taking a shot at people who don't pray correctly. Yes and no. I look at it as not so much as condemning people who don't pray properly or who don't give properly. I look at it as he's actually looking at all of us who are looking at them. He's talking to the believers here. When we give, it should not be a lesson in giving. It should be a lesson in humility. You see, all this hidden stuff, it's like a play. When a play is produced, there's people who work the tech, like me. I do tech for a lot of plays at my school. And it really is very humbling because there's a lot of work that goes into it. And you don't realize that till you do it yourself. All the behind the scenes stuff, you do it in hiding and you hardly get any recognition. And again, this isn't me saying, "Oh, look at me." I'm not saying for me. I get no recognition for what I do. This is me trying to draw a parallel to what I'm talking about here. The people who do the back stuff in the plays, we put in a lot of work, and when we see the actors on a stage and that they're benefiting from our work, we know that we're not uplifting ourselves. We're doing our best to make them look good, and we don't care if we look bad behind the scenes. See, to humble yourself people say it's really you're trying to lower yourself. But not really. It's to put people up and lower yourself. So that the person you're putting up, by lowering yourself, all the attention is on that person. And you get none of the attention. Imagine it as you're standing, next to some stairs. And there's an older lady trying to get up the stairs. When you help that older lady up the stairs, she thanks you and everything. But you obviously say, no, this is no big deal. Don't worry about it. And that's right. So think of it as that way. You go out of your own way to help people is, I think, what it means to humble yourself. Because you are lowering your own self-esteem without calling attention to yourself. You merely help the person. Or when you are backstage in the plays like I am a lot, you help the actors. And it's just very rewarding to see that you are not the center of everything. It's the people you are helping. They are the center of everything. This can also actually be applied to anything in our lives. When we compete in sports, or for me when I swim, the glory should not be going to me for working so hard. I mean, sure, I work hard, but the only reason I can work hard is because God allows me. Athletes, in fact, a lot of the ones in, say, the NFL, always talk about how they trained hard at camp and they did all this and, they practiced and they worked hard to get here, and it's, all about what they did. When we talk about our personal achievements, we should be saying, well, God helped me did this. Well, God helped me did that. Well, when this happened, I prayed to God and He gave me the answer. And that's what the lesson God is trying to give us behind giving. It's not we should give and be nice to people. Rather, it's we should give and make ourselves humble. So, what did we learn today? Giving is not necessarily something we should do out of feeling guilty or wanting to do something nice. Giving is something we should do as an exercise in humility. Anyways, I hope all of you have enjoyed this stream. Sorry it's so short, but it's a short lesson and something I think is rather simple. So, thank you all so much for watching. If you liked it, go ahead and give that like button a little click, click, click. And for more of these live streams, go ahead and subscribe. So, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you hopefully this coming Saturday. Bye-bye.